Hi, I'm Hillary Kennedy, and welcome to the US Youth Soccer Show. This is our first show of 2013, and as you can see, we've made a few changes around here. Thank you for sharing your story ideas with us via email and Facebook. It's going to be an exciting season, and we have some great stories to share. If there's something you'd like to see, send us an email at theshow@usyouthsoccer.org. As you know, US Youth Soccer is the largest youth sports organization in the country and provides playing opportunities for first-time players as well as future superstars. Everybody starts somewhere, and for over 3 million players every year, US Youth Soccer is the place to grow and develop. All right, let's get the ball rolling by catching up with the US Youth Soccer Olympic Development Program Championships. ODP offers players some of the best identification opportunities in youth soccer. The ODP Championships pit the best state-level teams against each other, and this year, for the first time ever, one state took home every single championship.
The 2013 ODP champions were decided after 4 closely contested games where California South claimed all 4 titles.
ODP is the pinnacle of club soccer. I mean, you're with the best of the best, you know, and we have other groups out there with competition, but still this program is one of the best without a doubt. Kids want to play, you know. It's an honor to play for the state.
The Cal South 96 girls used an early goal and a solid defense to earn their second straight title with a 3-0 win over Indiana. The teams battled for much of the match until the final 10 minutes of play when Chloe Hemingway blasted a strike into the net. Christina Settles put the game out of reach by putting one right under the crossbar and secured the championship repeat for Cal South. Cal South also took the 96 boys title thanks to a second-half penalty kick that proved to be the winner for a 2-1 victory over Eastern Pennsylvania. The Region 4 representatives earned a 65th-minute penalty kick, and Miguel Acevedo tapped in the rebound after a nice save on his attempt from the spot. The Cal South keeper punched a couple late Eastern PA shots over the bar to preserve the lead and give his side the title. The 97 girls from Cal South followed up a convincing 5-0 win in the semifinals with a 1-0 win over Eastern New York in the championship game. Stingy defense on both sides of the ball kept the game scoreless going into the half. Cal South came out strong in the second half and got the game-winning goal from Kathleen Pingle, who received the cross from Megan Gibson and slid it past the keeper. Cal South overcame a 1-goal deficit while being a man down to defeat Florida 2-1 in overtime to take the 97 boys title. The tables turned in the second half when Florida earned a penalty kick after a Cal South player was given a red card for a handball in the box. Tobin Howell's kick successfully gave Florida the 1-0 lead. After Cal South's continuous efforts, Eddie Cabrera's late-game heroics in stoppage time gave them the equalizer. Through intense overtime, the game looked like it would head into penalty kicks, until Cal South's Alexis Diaz bent a corner kick into side netting to earn the game winner.
Congratulations to all of the teams that qualified this year and to Cal South for making history. US Youth Soccer offered another amazing opportunity to the teams that participated in the ODP Championships, which is normally reserved for athletes in the NFL or National Team Combine. We teamed up with Skills, the leader in sports training products, to test and educate some of our most elite athletes.
What we set up with US Youth Soccer is a short format combine. We thought that with the ODP teams being here for the championships, it'd be a great opportunity to not only introduce what Skills is doing with US Youth Soccer in a more intimate format, but to give them a taste of some of the testing and the player eval that we hope to roll out this summer.
Being a competitive soccer player, you have to know like perfect technique and how to like do things, and they kind of just told us like what we need to work on and what we need to improve on to become like a better, more competitive soccer player.
Go! And you're pushing the ground away from you like a piston axle. About 10 to 15 yards, your body will naturally come up.
When you work with athletes at this level, they're all motivated on wanting to get better. And it's, everybody wants to get that little bit of an edge. Well, what is that little bit of an edge? Well, when you come out here and you say, hey, I can reduce my reaction time, I can quicken my lateral change of direction by just some technique and some strength training. Now all of a sudden that could be the little bit of a difference between making a national pool or just being a regional team player.
We don't just want to talk about the athletes and their performance just on the field. We want to layer in that cognitive side. So through our partnership with Axon, together we're layering in all aspects of the athletes. So now that we've got the testing as far as their performance on the field, and then also with the Axon side, the cognitive side, so the kids can see how fast they can react and respond to different circumstances. So it's really a complete test for the kids.
We all know the physical side is where a lot of kids capitalize growing up. So they excel at the game because they've grown quicker than others, and then a lot of them will rest on that for years to come. But we know that the real winners that get separated through the years, from high school on to college, there's a separation there. There's a difference between the leaders and the people who can make the decisions. Our partnership with Axon Sports, again in conjunction with USU Soccer, was aimed at tackling really the cognitive piece. So what it meant to now be able to make the decisions on cue instinctively rather than calculating. And so part of the Axon piece was to create a baseline. So what your eyes see, your brain processes, your body does. Shortening the time for that to happen is our goal.
It's about the reaction time. And certainly they're doing a little bit of a lateral change or a reaction drill where they see a light. It'd just be like if you're going one direction and the ball gets crossed and you have to quickly change your direction, you have to drop. So now that lateral crossover step is going to become very critical. And how long does it take for you to process that information and then get your body to react to that?
Skills is fortunate enough to support everything from All-American Bowl games, national combines for football. This year we were part of the NFL Combine. It's all the same approach. What we wanted to do is bring that same experience to USU Soccer. It is something that we plan on doing with them as an exclusive partnership. But the level of testing, the education that's getting built in, and ultimately the prescription that gets derived from all of this by using the information, the data itself, none of that changes from this level all the way and up the ladder. What we didn't want to do is water things down all of a sudden where, okay, this is the NFL top down, let's water it down for everybody else at the youth level. It's just as important. The information is hiding there in the data. And for us to help correlate and interpret that information so that people understand it, gives everybody the opportunity to train with some level of intelligence. And that's what it is. It's just not, let's do ladder drills, let's run, let's get on the field and do repetitions just for the game's sake. It's approaching it with some manner of intelligence, some methodical way, where now the time used and the efficiency driven through practice, and gameplay ultimately changes the way they approach the game.
Recently, the USU Soccer Awards Gala took place where we handed out awards to some of the most deserving volunteers and coaches in the country. Each year, we also award a goal and save of the year. Hundreds of clips were submitted, and we narrowed them down to the top 5 nominees. Let's check out who made the cut for Save of the Year. Congratulations to Luke. Stay tuned and you'll see the Goal of the Year top 5 nominees and the winner later in the show. It takes more than just big saves and awesome goals to make a team great. Sometimes it's more about the team behind the team. The makers of Zyrtec are celebrating sideline supporters and team players and want to hear your stories in exchange for a chance to score weekly Walmart gift cards. What's more exciting, USU Soccer has teamed up with Zyrtec brand to help identify a USU Soccer club to receive a $10,000 donation. All you have to do is visit facebook.com/Zyrtec and enter the team behind the team sweepstakes between now and June 30th. Enter weekly for more chances to win. Visit the Zyrtec Facebook page and see official rules for details. Okay, it's time now to check in with former men's national team player Eric Winalda and Fox Soccer analyst Rob Stone in the Fox Soccer studio, where they're answering your questions from the USU Soccer Facebook page. Take it away, boys.
Hey kids, Rob Stone here with former U.S. men's national team star forward Eric Winalda from our Fox Soccer studios in L.A. to answer your questions about the game that we all love.
All right, you go first.
All right.
Elise from Idaho wants to know if you remember the first professional match that you ever saw. What was the score and what was the game?
It was in the old NASL,
Nice.
the Tampa Bay Rowdies at the old Sombrero in Tampa, Florida. Rodney Marsh, I believe, with the game-winning goal. Can't remember who they faced, though. All right. Jill from Florida, speaking of
All right.
Florida. Here's her question. When you played, Eric, did you have any pregame rituals or routines?
It changed over the years, but yes, I did. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Really?
And it even went extended all the way into my professional days. I couldn't get away from it. I had to eat it at least 3 hours before the game.
Grape or strawberry?
Grape, sometimes raspberry. A little bit of raspberry.
No comment. Until next time, get all the latest soccer news at foxsoccer.com or find us on Twitter at Fox Soccer and Facebook.
And tune in to the next episode of U.S. Youth Soccer Show on Fox Soccer, and we'll answer more of your questions.
Thanks, guys. If you have any questions you want to ask the boys, post them to our Facebook page or send us an email to the show at ususoccer.org. And speaking of social media, we are blowing it up. We're always giving away free stuff, posting action shots and more. So make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram for great photos, and on Twitter for the latest news and more. Okay, it's time now for a break. When we return, we'll hear about the recently crowned National League champions, learn about a great opportunity from the National Guard, and catch the 5 most amazing goals in youth soccer this last year. All this and more when we return to the U.S. Youth Soccer Show. Hi, and welcome back to the USU Soccer Show. It's April, which means summer is just around the corner. And for us, that means the USU Soccer National Championship Series. In fact, many states are in the midst of their state cups right now. Every year, more than 10,000 teams step onto the field to get that state championship title. Does your team have what it takes? It's a long and challenging road through the National Championship Series to make it to the top, but 32 teams have already claimed their spot in the National Championships this summer via the National League. We were out at the final weekend of play in Las Vegas, where tickets were punched and dreams became a reality.
I would say the competition's been exceptional. We knew coming this weekend, playing the qualities or the class of PSG, Rancho Sereno, tomorrow Libertyville. They're top teams in the nation. So for us, the National League has provided that competition throughout the country that is allowing us to continue to have a measuring stick of where we're at and what we need to do to continue to be successful, and not to think that we're top of the food chain, because we're not. I mean, there's so many teams that play as good or better than us, so it just keeps us motivated. So I couldn't be happier with what the National League has brought to me, the team, and to the club.
Yesterday we had 40, 50 coaches out. I mean, it's a great way, a great avenue for the girls to get looked at. I mean, the coaches know they're getting to look at quality players in one site and one facility, so it's been good for our girls.
The National League, it's 2 divisions of the top 8 teams in the country, so 16 teams total, and it's 7 games of great competition. And it's for me going to Northwestern, into college for many of the guys, it really prepared us for the next level, and it just helped us develop better players, better team, physically stronger. So it's great competition, great preparation.
We have kids going to Wake Forest, UCLA, Kentucky, Ohio State, Miami, Florida, Illinois. They are going to the top programs across the country. And when they go to the next level, they're going to be prepared day one to hopefully step on the field as a freshman and play at that highest level.
Every single one of these players were strong, fit. They ran us into the ground, but we worked hard for each other on and off the field. We did what we needed to do in practice, and in the end, we got the job done. So.
It's a great way for the girls to get an experience of playing against top teams. You get to see different styles of play from different parts of the country, and so I think that's the biggest thing. And added incentive is the top 2 teams get to go on to nationals, so that's the big perk there.
To actually come and compete in the National League is an honour. It's such a prestigious tournament. But then to win our division and go on to the national championships, is really setting a benchmark for our club of our intent, moving forward.
One thing we loved about this aspect was playing the competition across the country. Southern California is always very, very difficult day in and day out, but we know there's a lot of great teams across the country. So to come in and play other teams that are top notch, but not to know them and then not to know us, was a great challenge and invigorating for my players. So I loved it.
National League not only provides a chance to play at the highest level, but also in front of some of the top college scouts in the country. But getting a college scholarship is not the easiest thing to do. USU Soccer and Army National Guard teamed up to educate kids about an opportunity that can help collegiate soccer dreams come true.
With the assistance of the National Guard, we've been able to offer a free college ID clinic where we have invited as many college coaches as we could to come in and evaluate the Tampa Bay United high school age players.
Well, the goals of the clinic are to put across the message and let the kids know that the Army National Guard is here to assist them in their future. Even if they don't even choose to be part of the Army National Guard, we are a community-based organization too, and we want to let them know that we support them.
I think it's important for kids in general to just know the importance of our armed services and how important they are to our freedom. That I think getting the word out and the opportunities that they provide are second to none in terms of paying for college and opportunities after college in their professional lives, is big. And so I think getting the word out on the opportunities there is a huge thing for any high school age player or kid in general.
A lot of these kids are very talented, and as talented as they are, we all know that not all of them will receive scholarships, and not all parents, have funding to send their kids to college. And the National Guard is a great out to help them with that. The National Guard shines on their educational benefits. One of the only branches that pays, up to 6 years of college. So in that aspect alone, they don't get a scholarship. There's, other avenues that they can take to still, get to college and fulfill those dreams.
Well, the unique thing about the Army National Guard is that you can be a member while serving in your local community, part-time soldier, and be that full-time student. So it doesn't hinder you, or you don't delay your college. In some cases, in some organizations, you may have to delay your college of a contract for 4 years. When the Army National Guard, you do not. So the training fits within your summertime or your off time so that you can continue on with your school without delaying it.
The biggest thing I've taken away from being a part of the National Guard is the sense of pride of giving back. I love being able to, drive around the same streets that I grew up in and the same high schools that I've, been in, and give someone the opportunities that was afforded to me as well. There's nothing better, than helping out people, especially young people, but it's, like I said, it's a little bit closer to home because I'm doing it from home.
This is a template building event, so we can take the lessons learned and successes to go nationwide and possibly do more clinics. So the sky's the limit. This is wide open, and we're just happy that the National Guard is partnering with USYS.
I mean, for us, it's been a huge bonus. It gets the word out to our players and families about an opportunity that a lot of them may not know about. With chances of help with their college tuition and things like that, especially in this tough economic climate. Another opportunity. It just gets more of the word out there. The more kids we can get in college, it doesn't matter how, is a bonus for us. So I think it's a big thing, and I think it's great for soccer in general that the National Guard is involved.
All right, I know you've been waiting patiently. It's time now to show the top 5 Goals of the Year submissions from 2012, and I promise you, they were worth the wait. Well, that's our show for this month. Keep the ideas rolling, and thanks again for watching. If you have a story you want to see on the show, send us an email at theshow@ususoccer.org. To watch this and previous shows for free, be sure to check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/ususoccer. I'm Hillary Kennedy, and until next time, get out and get in the game.